Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings today. Some hours ago, days back actually, Omoyele owore told the whole Nigerians that his ID card, identity card, international passport, and other forms of means of identification was deactivated. He have this said a lot of activists reacted to it, making a lot of demands. Right now, Sowore have said to make a move that will probably help the situation. Before we go into the news report to find out exactly what Sowore have in stock for federal government, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see that notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, human rights activist Omoyele owore has vowed to file a suit against the Director General of the Department of State Services, Bichi, the Director General National Identity Management Commission, Aliyu, and the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, over the deactivation of his means of identification. Other defendant in the proposed suit will be the Inspector General of Police, Alkali Baba, the Chief of Defense Staff, Lucky Rabo, the National Security Advisor, Babagana Mongono, the Camp Controller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Mohammed Babandide, and the Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Mamon Yakubu. Recall that Sowore's national identity card, permanent voter's card, and international passports were deactivated by the President Buhari's administration without giving any reason. In the petition signed by Sowore's legal counsel, Barrister Tokpe Demokun described the Nigerian government's action as reckless political prosecution taken too far. All the respondents were given 7 days to activate Sowore's means of identification or be dragged to court. The petition was titled, and I quote, "Unlawful and unconstitutional deactivation of the national identity number of Omoyele owore as 2023 presidential election draws near as a reckless political prosecution taken too far." It was read in full. We read this in full now. Say, we are solicitors to Omoyele owore, the founder, publisher of Sahara Reporters, an online news agency, a Nigerian foremost human rights activist, a pro-democracy campaigner, and a one-time presidential aspirant, hereinafter referred to as our client, and on whose behalf and express instruction we write as hereunder appearing. Our client duly briefed us, and verily we believe him as follows: that he is a Nigerian citizen by birth from Eseodo local government area of Ondo State, southwestern Nigeria. He's a human rights activist, a pro-democratic campaigner, a one-time presidential candidate, and a founder and publisher of an online news agency called Sahara Reporters. In furtherance to the establishment of the National Identity Database, our client presented himself for registration and was duly registered, and his personal data captured, and was issued a national identity card containing his national identity number by the National Identity Management Commission. Since the issuance of his national identity number, he has been using it to perform various transactions as stipulated by Section 27 of the National Identity Management Commission Act 2007, to waive application for an issuance of passport, opening of bank accounts, registration with INEC, and issuance of voter's card, and so on, etc., etc., etc. On the 12th of January 2022, when he wanted to use his national identity number to effect certain banking transaction, he discovered, to his greatest consternation, that his national identity number has been deactivated from the National Identity Database. No notice was issued to him. Neither did he receive any message from the National Identity Management Commission concerning the deactivation of his national identity number. The deactivation of his national identity number is politically motivated to stop him from participating in the 2023 general elections. The action of the Commission to deactivate his national identity number amounts to depriving him of his citizenship and national identity. It is against this background that we write to you as the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the Commission to demand that our client's national identity number be reactivated with immediate effect. Take notice that if after the expiration of 7 days inclusive of the date of service of this letter on you, our client's national identity number is not reactivated, we have the full instruction of our client to approach the appropriate court with jurisdiction to seek this redress, and this shall be without further recourse to you. Take further notice that this letter is also issued to you as a pre-action notice. My God, Sowore is not joking. You don't also forget that the last election he contested as a presidential aspirant, I think on the platform of AA, and he's of the opinion, I perceive, though he has not declared his intention, but of course I perceive that he likely will be running for 2023 elections, probably on the ground of maybe on position of the presidency as well. Don't forget that when it comes to the issue of human rights, injustices, and pro-democracy, anything that has to do with human rights, injustice, and all, Omoyele Owore is actually at the forefront, always at the forefront. You keep NSAS, he was there, you name it. And Omoyele Owore is not a name that you ask, who is he? He's a household name. He has been known to speak up for a lot of persons, especially when it borders on this administration. So to speak, one would say that he has been like a bone in the neck of this administration. But then, if his ID card is deactivated, he obviously cannot do any transactions, banking transactions. That's so obviously normal, being the fact that some of these identity cards are actually used as a means of identification. And so if they're deactivated, they're saying that for some reason there's something wrong with the identity, and they shouldn't give him any services accrued to that identity, which could be banking, registration of all sorts and all that. And also, one of the major implications means also that he has been de-Nigerianized, as in he's no more a citizen of Nigeria. Because what makes you a citizen, your means of identification, after fulfilling all righteousness, all the rules and regulations. And now he's not telling the whole world, so look, hey, you can't just wake up for money and the Nigerian me. You can't the citizen me. I was born in Ede, in Southwest. All of a sudden, I'm no more a Nigerian. I cannot use my identity. And some of those people he petitioned, if you check them well, are the heads of parastatals of some of these organizations and agencies. They head these agencies, and it's actually saying they just give them 7 days. And if they don't respond, probably may drag them to court. And if that continues, that means Omoyele Owore may not be able to contest for the next elections. He may not contest because he has to be a Nigerian first. And because he has been deactivated, so you have to reactivate him, of which that is why he's actually trying to ensure that those things are, sorted out. And don't forget that he can't even do transactions, especially in Nigeria, because those means of identification are very important to it. That's we're going to wrap it up. What's your take on the latest move being made by Omoyele Owore to secure his